Hello everybody, it's April 6th, 8 p.m. and since I live in Germany, I had the privilege to already see the new Fantastic Beasts movie today. I just came home from watching it in the theater and I am absolutely stunned. I myself am a huge Potterhead and have read the books and watched the movies countless times and love them with all my heart. I also really enjoyed the first two installments of the Fantastic Beasts series, but in my opinion they didn't come close to the original franchise. So I am beside myself with joy about how much I like the new movie. In this video I'll talk about my thoughts and theories on the ending of Secrets of Dumbledore, so obviously there will be major spoilers, so I recommend you go see the movie before you watch the video. Dumbledore is by far my favorite character in the whole wizarding world, so I was really excited to see more of his backstory, and I wasn't let down. The main plot of the movie is about Grindelwald trying to become Supreme Mugwump of the International Confederation of Wizards. Therefore, he must be elected by a majority of the people present. To increase his chances, he tries to take advantage of an old tradition. Usually, before an election, there is a Qilin brought to the candidates. A Qilin is an extremely rare magical creature which has the ability to sense people's true intentions. It will bow in front of a person that is genuinely good. The creature is almost extinct, but Newt has a pregnant female in his care. Just after it gives birth, it is killed by Credence and some more of Grindelwald's followers, and they capture the baby. What they don't notice though is that the mother gave birth to twins. Grindelwald kills the baby Qilin and intends to bewitch its corpse, kind of like an Inferius, to bow before him. Meanwhile, Dumbledore wants to take action against Grindelwald, but realizes he can't do it himself because he is unable to break the blood pact he and Grindelwald made, so he assembles a team including Newt, Theseus and Jacob among others. They are sent on various missions trying to confuse Grindelwald, who is able to see parts of the future. Towards the middle part of the movie, we discover that Credence is actually Aberforth's son. Albus tells Credence that backstory in an epic showdown, which makes Credence switch sides to the good guys. Albus also tells Newt all about Ariana's death, and Newt tells him that he can redeem himself even from possibly killing his own sister by trying hard enough to do the right thing. This brings us to the climax of the movie, where Grindelwald is exposed for trying to fool everybody by Bonty bringing along the living Qilin, which first bows before Albus and then before Grindelwald's opposing candidate, Vincentia Santos. When all seems lost, Grindelwald aims a killing curse at Credence, which collides in midair with spells from both Albus and Aberforth. At first it seems as though the Blood Pact is about to kill Albus, but at the end of an epic duel he has with Grindelwald, during which they feel each other's heartbeat, which is also represented in the Blood Pact, the pact is destroyed and Grindelwald escapes. Moments later, Credence dies in Aberforth's arms after he asks if Aberforth ever thought about him, to which he replies, "Always," which literally made me shed some tears. I think the biggest question that remains about the ending is, why did the Blood Pact break, when Dumbledore was certain that it wouldn't? Here's where things get interesting, because I think the fact that Albus believed the pact wouldn't break was ultimately the reason for it to break. Let me explain. The scene where Newt tells Dumbledore how to redeem himself and the scene where the Qilin bows before him both build up to Dumbledore deciding to take action against Grindelwald. And that moment comes when Albus sees his nephew in mortal danger. He voluntarily steps between Credence and Grindelwald, knowing that it will cost his life. Does that ring a bell? Dumbledore made a loving sacrifice just like Harry did in the Forbidden Forest, and just like Lily did in Godric's Hollow. By voluntarily making this decision, I think the part in Dumbledore that still clung on to his love for Grindelwald died symbolically, and that change of heart revokes the basis on which the Blood Pact was made. I also think these events are what caused Dumbledore to hold the power of love in such high esteem in his later years. After that, Dumbledore still is lonely, as is shown in Queenie and Jacob's wedding day, but at least he knows he's doing the right thing now. I also think that the three-way duel in which Albus and Aberforth try to defend Credence against Grindelwald provides some redemption for the three-way duel that ended in Ariana's death. That might really have changed the two brothers' relationship for the better. What do you think about my theory? Did I miss something? Drop your opinions in the comments. I think there's only one thing left to say. Of course it is happening inside your head, but why on earth should that mean that it is not real?